Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of the Graybeard Gaming Podcast. I'm Scott, this is David, this is Liam, and we're going to talk about what is going on in the gaming world, I guess, since there's very little news. But before we get into what we've been playing this week, guys, how are you feeling about live service games in 2005?
2005?
2025. Yeah, back in 2005, how did you feel about live service games that didn't exist at that time? Let me change my notes to the actual current year of 2025. Okay. Anyway, y'all shut up. All right. So how are we doing with live service games? Let me ask you this: which live service games are you guys currently playing?
Dune.
Okay.
I still play some Diablo and Call of Duty.
Okay.
FIFA, I guess, live service. But the others are starting to annoy me now.
The others?
I mean, there's
the ones you're not currently playing.
Yeah. I saw Destiny's new DLC.
Yeah.
Which is coming out like tomorrow or the next day.
It's tomorrow evening, yeah, something like that.
And I don't know what to make of it anymore. I thought about it. I thought, should I get it? Should I get back into it? But the way they're like doing it, I don't know if you know what's actually happening with the DLC. They are like doing a big reset of the game.
How do you mean a reset?
How your power level is. Like right now, it's like 2050 or something.
Okay, yeah.
That goes to 10. So the entire system's like getting a wipe, and you're starting from scratch.
Okay, but it's just a number, right? It's not like you're
you're
not going from like 1960 down to like 10.
And it's just an overhaul, and then it added more things and like more armor customization, more mods, which is okay, but like the layers that you have to sort of research to do all this now with live service games is what's really annoying me. It's like you can't make this accessible anymore. You just want people to live on your game all the time to understand what the heck's going on.
Yeah, I think that's the fault of a lot of them. I actually, now that you mentioned that, I realized on Steam, Destiny 2 is free to play, and I had played Destiny 2 at some point on Steam, so I had like 12 hours in it, as opposed to my other account on Xbox that has like 1,900 hours. So I went in and I was like, oh, that's a good opportunity. I'm gonna download it, and I'm gonna go into it as somebody that hasn't played it in forever, and look at my account and see. I like to go in and see, it's like, how accessible is this for somebody either has not played for several years or maybe that first time player. Oh my God, it is still just a horrendous mess. There is no way you're going to be able to come into this game playing it for the first time and have any clue of who any of these people are, what you're doing, what your motivation is, where to go. Yep. Any of it. It is such a cluster. And I don't think a DLC is going to fix that.
No, or just adding more to it. I don't know what the actual DLC does to the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw that. It's like I don't like the way that live service is going right now. You have Fortnite and the Battle Royale games that sort of went up in popularity, and now they're sort of going back as well, like they're going backwards in a lot of games. Like, hey, remember the old map and the old way and the old things of like when we started out, and it's just like nostalgia baiting, and I don't know, just it feels like live services just don't know where to go now, and if they fail, you've lost everything. You don't have anything. It's just gone. If they turn offline tomorrow, you have nothing. All that money is just gone.
Yeah. It's
but you had fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I mean, guess so.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's free,
You
buddy.
know,
But
like
I see what you're saying,
you
and
can't.
I think what they need to do though is that when and David probably remembers this, but when Destiny first came out, right, it hit, and people were like, "Okay, this is mid as shit, right? It is not Bungie quality stuff." Also, I can't stop playing it. Like I can't like literally stop playing it.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
play it. So
yeah.
I played all the content over and over and over. Well, I want more. And then everybody was like, "Hey, we want more. We want more of this stuff." And they were like, "Oh, well, we'll push the DLC out." And they got that. And it's like, "No, no, no, we want more. We want more." And they really didn't understand. This was the first game where it was like, you know, people wanted. It was like a drug. It was like, give me more of this,
Yeah.
without them having that foresight of having that, a lot of content. So at some point, even Deej, their community manager, was like, "Hey guys, we're working on stuff. Chill out. Go play something else." He's just like literally said
Yeah.
that. He's like, "We
I
never
know, I
meant for
know.
this to be something that you played every single day." And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, when the DLC started rolling out, and then they made the store, and then it was like you had to play it every day. They flipped from, "Hey, we didn't, go play something else," to, "You're going to miss out on this thing on Wednesday. Oh, and there's another thing on Thursday. Oh, and don't forget the weekend, Trials of Osiris."
Yeah, yeah.
And they want it, they're competing with your time more than anything else. And if everybody's competing with your time, how do you play Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Dune Awakening, and Rainbow Six Siege? How do
Yeah.
you play all of those and manage everything that you've
it's
paid for?
difficult to balance everything. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
And then the problem is because now we have games that are these services, you can't just say, "All right, I'm going to stop playing Destiny for a bit and focus on Call of Duty for a little bit." You can't, though, because that Destiny has an event and you're going to miss that season if you go over here.
hmm
Oh, okay, I'll play that then. Oh, but I'm going to miss that event over here. It's like,
Oh,
where do I go? I
it's
can't
not
do
even
everything.
that, man. It's like, "Oh, where did you get that gun? Oh, I got it at this event that they had last month." "Oh, well, where do I get it?" "Well, you can't. You weren't there, so
Yeah.
you don't get it, and you never
Yeah.
And
will."
then
Yeah,
and there's like every 2 months, there's like, oh, new season, new season, new updates, and you're like, battle passes everywhere, and yeah, it just got too much.
yeah. Let's go to
It's
David.
getting too
David,
much.
how is like Dune Awakening? Are they starting off like as a good live service, or is it starting to already feel like,
So
"Hey, we don't have any
yeah.
content"?
No, they have. I think they have plenty of content. They have plenty of things to do. I think the two biggest complaints that I hear are end game related PvP, PvE people clashing
Yeah.
towards the end, trying to fight for that end game stuff. And then I also hear a lot of people complaining about like we just talked about. I want to go to a different game. I don't want to play this all the damn time. And so if you leave the game for a certain period of time, your base, everything just wipes. And I get
Mm,
why Dune is doing that because they want to make room for people who are going to play and not
yeah,
people that aren't going to play. Um
Well, it's also an
but there's a lot.
incentive to keep coming back so you don't lose
It
your
is an
stuff.
incentive. So
Yeah.
it's like a yeah, it's a what is it? Like gift and a curse, I guess. It's a good and a bad, really, at the end of the day. And I get it. I do feel like, listen, if you haven't played for like 2 months or something like that, like, bro, start again. Just start over. Like, um, cause I remember another live service game, Arc. Guys would purposefully take certain areas of the map by putting pillars down, and they would take a certain area of the map, a lot of area, and in an unfair way, and then never play, never be on, and now I can't build in that section, so it's the same kind of concept. Somebody's not playing Dune, but their base is still there, and I would really like that spot, but you're sitting there and you're not even playing the game. So, there is that sort of
Get
like
out.
good and bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do wish they got this PvP PvE thing kind of like. I really wish they just got it resolved, but they want to try to do their own thing. They want to try to reinvent the wheel or some shit like that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's working. How I suggest PvP servers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
so what
everybody else
they
does.
what they have is they have their own servers. People can rent their own servers. But the funny thing is that second map, the Deep Desert, is still not private server. Like even though you have a private server, that part is still public.
Right.
So
it has to be because
leave
that's your PvPvE stuff, right?
Right. So even
Oh,
if you're gonna
man.
leave, you're gonna leave your private server or your beautiful, pristine private server and go into the deep desert to get stuff. You are going into a public area with like other people that can annoy you and piss you off and and I hear people ganging up on people. I hear of I actually think this is the worst possible thing is when the map changes and then there's a particular area of resource, you have people, guilds of like a lot of people building bases around that piece of resource. So now if you want that resource, you have to go through their base or you have to fight them or attack them. And the PvP area is so small now. They made it say they have the whole map is half of it is PvP and the other half is PvE. It wasn't like that before. It was more PvP area, So
Yeah.
you could find resources that weren't like held. But now it's like people are just being jerks. So I really wish they had that situated, but
Yeah.
they want to do their own thing. But I mean, all things considered, man, I say all those things, but I'm having a great time. I do see a lot of comments of people saying they're having an absolute blast on this game. So personally, I think they did a good job, with the game itself. I do think that live service games have something left to be desired. I do hate that shit of, oh, you got this new skin and oh, you can't get it now. I saw that so much with
Yeah,
Apex
that FOMO
that
stuff. Yeah.
I started I dipped my pinky toe in that. I would buy the battle pass and I would really work hard to try to finish the battle pass so I would get everything in it, even though it was only like one or two things that I actually wanted in it. And then just got to the point where I was like, well, what am I doing? I'm playing Apex not because I want to play Apex, but
because it does. It makes it.
I have to.
It makes
Yeah.
it more like a job.
Yeah.
At that
Yeah,
point,
I
it's like I
spent
pay
money.
for this. I need to complete this.
Yeah.
Right. And it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put on the most original skins right now. I'm gonna look like a tryhard right now and just put on the most basic skins. And I just reverted to the opposite. I just shut down and I was like, I'm not giving these people any more of my money. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
So-
there's a give and take, and then there's a push and pull for those kind of
Yeah.
things. And if the game gets it right, it sounds like Dune Awakening is almost there as far as like respecting your time that you put in it and the money that you put in it. That goes
Yeah.
a long way. When Destiny did that, gee, they had a lot more people playing it than they do now. I think Diablo 4 is kind of the same way.
Yeah, I think as well. Like they don't design these games to be played offline, and for obviously like they want player data and that kind of thing and like more control for it. But this is why like they have the Stop Killing Games petition
Yeah.
that's going on. It's funny because that got like a lot of traction, and when that did, that's when EA announced Anthem is shutting down.
Yeah,
Need
so
for
they can
Speed
go ahead and shut it
games
down
are-
before they're forced to leave it open or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And Need for Speed is shutting down, and this is shutting down, and the other is shutting down.
Yeah.
So like,
Thanks a
they're
lot,
closing all
guys.
the old servers. It's like, oh yeah, because they don't think about the actual game being preserved. It's great to have a game now to enjoy it, and if you enjoy it, great.
Yeah.
Can you enjoy it in 5 years' time? Can you go back to it? No, you won't be able to, because it will just be gone. You just like put all your money into it, and then two years later it fails. It's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't access it again at all. Ubisoft pulled games from the store, and that got a big backlash.
Yeah.
So there really does have to be a way to preserve these games, so you can just play them offline by yourself. Why can't there just be bots?
One good example of that, and everybody forgets, is Space Marines 2. This game is not, they've said it's not a live service game. However, they still keep giving the game content. Every couple of months, you get like a new map or a new mode or something. There's new cosmetics to earn, not buy. And they're making money off this game, and they're successful with it. And it again, it respects your time, and they don't. There may be they're thinking about making like a large DLC, like missions and stuff that may be paid. And honestly, if they did that, I would be happy to pay for those. If it meant like another like 10-hour campaign or something, yeah,
because that's actually adding to the game as a permanent addition, not like, hey, here's our 2-month battle pass.
Well, yeah, but get this. This is how they made money on it. They had a small group of people to make the game. They put it out. They sell 1 million copies, and the game's paid for. You're good. Everything after that is strictly profit. So then anything you put out, if more people buy the game, you're just making more money. And they've been really successful with that. And then you look over at all these, these live service games, which are just like, hey, we're making money, but we need a lot of that money to make more content. We're going to make more money so we can make a large amount of content. So get more money to make even more content. I mean, at what point are you actually making money? You know what I mean? It's like you're
and then
it's not like you're selling, coats.
You're
or
making
something.
You're making content, which obviously you want like people to be on your game, but also they have to keep the servers up. They have to put
to maintain
money
everything.
into just maintain everything. There's no way to just play by yourself offline, like
Space Marines 2 you can.
Destiny you can't.
Oh no. No.
Obviously MMOs you can't, but that's a different thing. Diablo 4 you can't play offline.
Well,
Even though there's a campaign, you can do everything by yourself, but there's no offline.
Right.
That's what really annoys me. Stuff like that. It can be offline. They just chose not to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Well, it's that thing that everybody keeps saying. It is what it is, but at some point, it's maybe not going to be around. I've seen a lot of companies that said they weren't going to invest in single player games anymore, starting to invest in single player games. EA is one of them, where they said, why would we make single player games? It's just a one-off when we can make something like Anthem or Battlefield 2042 and just roll in cash, right? How well did that work for them? Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's fine if you have like a multiplayer game for everyone that does well. Like, that's your recurring revenue. But we have to also respect that people just want to play a game start to finish by themselves without like any skins, any seasonal stuff that you have to do. Just let me play a campaign of a game and I'll be quite happy.
Make a game, make it good. All right, well, let's move on to what we've been playing this week, and we'll start with David. I can probably guess, but we played something last night that was that I don't think your wife enjoyed much of. It didn't sound like she was having too much fun.
Yeah, well, we kind of played it for a little bit before she joined, so we were already kind of like really good at it, or at least halfway decent at it, and she was still trying to learn it. So we were very much like, come this way. And she's like, I don't know any of the controls yet. So I think that was kind of like frustrating her a little bit.
Coming in late, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't start in the same way we did. But it was some really funny moments. I mean, she cracked me over the head with a coconut.
She did. So we played a game called Peak. which has kind of blown up recently. They just reached 1 million copies like out of nowhere, and now I can see why. It's a game where you and your team just try to get to the top of the mountain, and then when you do, you get another mountain. That's insanely hard. And I didn't know, and I have to say this before you go any further. When you can feed somebody and heal them, you can give them a potion and get rid of their like poison.
Status effect.
Yeah, you can give somebody a bandage and heal their wound. But if you take a blowgun and shoot it at your teammate, it puts them asleep and they slide off the mountain. Yep. Who knew?
That was a good one.
Well,
yeah, somehow
I'm like, maybe this will give you an extra boost. And no.
Night.
Yeah, he falls over. I'm like, that's funny. Oh shit, he's sliding right off the mountain.
Yeah.
But oh my god, I had a lot of fun with that, to a point.
Yeah, definitely not a single player game.
No, it was very treacherous.
Yeah,
but I could see it reminded me of, and tell me if you know what I'm talking about, but it reminded me of like a team building. Like, okay, everybody in the office, we're going to go Saturday, we're going to go to this mountain climbing class, and it's going to be, you got to help each other.
Team building event.
Event for, your corporate office. That's kind of what it felt like a little bit, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, it was cool. I mean, I like the price of $8.
Yeah.
I definitely think the game is worth $8.
Absolutely.
Like it's priced very, very good. I don't intend to play it like I'd play Dune.
No.
But it's worth buying, even if you're gonna play it a few times with some friends.
Yeah.
Like it's worth that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even my wife, who's always scrutinizes my gaming purchases, she was like, "Oh, we're gonna play a game with Scott," and I was like, "Yeah, we gotta buy it." I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, we can't buy another game. I'm like, it's only $8.
Oh yeah,
$8.
I saw videos of it. Now I look it up.
Yeah. It was $7.99, and if you think about it, like, good grief, man, you can't even buy a lunch for $8.99 anymore.
Right?
I know, yeah.
And if you went to a matinee or whatever, I mean, that's a 2-hour movie, and you walk out and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, we need more $8 games. To be honest,
I
had no problem with that whatsoever.
I went to the cinema and I saw Superman, and I was running late, so I just got a drink. So all I did was get a drink. That was £6.
Yeah,
like what?
Yeah,
because they give you like a giant cup for it. It's like, oh right, and I'm not buying anything there again. Jeez.
Oh yeah, it's
that would be a game. Essentially.
You know what'd be funny? If these big AAA studios, instead of making some massive AAA game and spending years making a game, make like 10 indie style games and sell them for $10 each. And whatever one hits, right, is gonna make millions. And then you barely spent anything to make them, and that's it.
Yeah, just make them fun. I mean,
why does it have to be this? Yeah,
that's where the indies always shine, and why we love like the smaller games, because it's nothing overwhelming or crazy. It's just some fun, with friends. That's all you need.
Yeah,
and if they hit it right, then it just blows up.
Love is all you need. Yeah, yeah, man. Again, for $7 or $8, whatever, $7.99, it was a blast. But and I'm assuming that you played Dune. Did you play anything else this week, or that's pretty much it?
I've been trying to get on 7 Days to Die with my wife and my nephew.
Yeah,
because she's been really trying to get me to play a different game, and I don't want to play a different game. I just want to play.
I've been there.
Yeah. But 7 Days to Die is another really fun one with people. So I told her if we can get my nephew to play, because he likes zombie games.
Yeah.
But he's been dragging his feet because he doesn't want to hang out with his uncle anymore. His uncle's not cool enough.
Wow.
And I'm the fun uncle. Can you believe it? But I'll get him on one day.
He must be, let me guess, he's about 14, 15.
Yeah, he just turned 16.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah.
And I got him a laptop PC for his 16th birthday.
Wow.
And then listen, if he doesn't play with me soon, I'm gonna start throwing that in his face. Like, listen, I got this.
Time for your incoming guilt trip, buddy.
Do you think I bought you that because I love you? I want you to play with me. Come on.
I need a wingman.
Let's go.
Right.
No.
Jeez.
But no, I'm just kidding. I love him.
Oh man, what a fun uncle.
He listens to the podcast. He doesn't love me.
No, that's
I'm really not playing with you.
Well, Liam, what have you been playing this week?
I played a thing called Going Outside. I didn't like it.
You touched grass?
Yeah.
Was it everything they said it was?
It's been so hot here for us.
Yeah,
It's been ridiculous.
Yes,
and
it's been hot here too.
So hot to be inside here because
How's
our homes are like ovens because we're built to retain heat and keep heat in because we're normally a cold country. So when we have these big heat wave spikes, we just melt indoors. There's no AC, there's no nothing. It's just it's so difficult. So yeah, it really had no energy for games, but like I went out with people and oh my god, the heat was ridiculous over here. And because of like jumps, like one day it'll be 70, the next day it'll be 90. It's like there's no sort of
it's messing with you.
Build up. It just goes, hey, here you go.
Yeah, that's hard to get acclimated to. Like here where I live, it's June 1st, it goes from like 78 and breezy to 92 and suffocatingly hot, humid air. Mm-hmm. So once you get past that, after about 3 or 4 days of just feeling like you're going to die, then you're good for the rest of the summer. But I see what you get because every once in a while we get those freak like 72 degree days. It's out of nowhere and you're like, oh my god, this was so great. And then the next day it's back up to like heat index of 108 and you just want to die. But did you play anything VR? You got a VR helmet, but I know how hot that can be. I don't play much VR in the summer.
I found out how hot that is if you wear it. Jeez.
Yeah. It's like, it's so hot. What should I do? Let me put an oven on my face. Yeah.
You get a red band. You get like a nice red band on your forehead.
Yeah.
Hey,
what have you been doing?
You take it off and it's like, you have to like peel it off your forehead. No, that's great.
I did try a few VR things, just like get it set up. I was on Beat Saber. I shouldn't be allowed on Beat Saber because I might just buy every single DLC for it. It's so fun.
Nice.
Also, like I tried the Horizon Meta Game Pass thing they have. I don't know, like they have a subscription that like lets you have a lot of games and things. So I installed a couple of games.
I did that for a couple of months. It's worth it for a couple of months. Try out some stuff.
Which I completely forgot the name of the game, but like Azure's Wrath or something like that.
Two. Yeah, the sequel.
Yeah,
that game is pretty impressive.
Yeah. And tried a few other games as well.
Still not the Star Wars one yet.
No.
Galaxy's
I
Edge.
tried that, yeah.
Galaxy's Edge sounds stupid and it kind of looks for kids, but it is a lot of fun. It's fun. I have to admit. I kind of geeked out a little bit. There's some characters in it that you come up, that you meet, and it's like he's right there. It's like he's right in front of me. I can touch him. Oh, maybe I should. But
Yeah, I was just like wandering about a couple of times. I was just like exploring these worlds that people can go to, like just like chat rooms, I guess, like virtual worlds that
Yeah.
you just go to, and there's like avatars running around everywhere, and like people just like, oh, and people just came like up to me, and they're all like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot like avatars. Like, oh hi, just
I know
just random people, and well, why are there thousands of kids? Why have all the kids migrated to VR? That's what I want
because
to know.
well, they didn't migrate, man. It's made for them. I mean, it's made for everybody. It's like
I know
Nintendo. The VR space
For
is
everyone.
yeah. I mean, they get them for Christmas and stuff like that. And they probably have parents that are like, I don't even know what that thing is. You put it on the kid, he puts it on his head and he leaves me alone for 4 hours. So I'm good.
Yeah,
So
it just
it's annoying.
something that I just noticed a lot, because I think when it came to like online games now, most games when you play them, they're all like, here's game chat, but if you want to just like be in party chat, and most of us just do party chat, we go with our friends, and like we don't actually talk online a lot anymore, like how it used to. When online was like first starting out, like Modern Warfare 2,
Yeah.
Xbox 360 lobbies. Everyone
Yeah.
was
Oh,
just
God,
talking
yeah.
crap to each other. This is
Yeah.
what it feels like back then, because there's no like party chat or anything. You're just sort of there talking to people, and there's just loads of people just chatting, and
Yeah.
it's just like it feels so open and new again. And like half of them are just like children. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
how many squids are there?
I will say that the people that I've interacted with, most of them are nice. Like, and I've
Yeah,
commented
yeah,
on this
yeah. I
before.
mean-
like and now when I play, I do play Dungeons of Eternity. I still play that, which is coming to Steam, by the way.
That
I
was
don't know
the
when.
one I had to remember. Dungeons of Eternity.
What is
I was
it?
a-
Dungeons of Eternity.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Dungeons. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Dungeons of Eternity. Okay, but playing that with people, when you get in, it's like any other game. You're like, hello. You don't hear anything. Like, oh, nobody's in here yet, and then you see people populate, pop, 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 and then if they populate and they immediately, like, they're talking when they populate, they're 7. They're like,
Yeah.
very young, and they immediately come up and go, "Where'd you get that sword? What's the sword? What's the power on that? Hey, how did you get that skin? How long does it take to get that skin? How do I do this thing with over here?" And I'm like, "Bye." I'm gone. So when you get in with like people that are your age or just adults, it's fantastic. When somebody's like,
Yeah.
"Hello," you're like, "Oh my god, thank God." You're not. I feel weird about like playing with a bunch of kids. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
I feel like I'm
it can be
babysitting.
weird.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
we get in a dungeon. I'm like immediately a dad. Hey, don't walk on that. You're gonna fall. Hey, stop. Put that down. I'm like, oh god, what am I
I
doing?
told you already. I'm gonna
Really?
I'm
You're in timeout,
wait till I
buddy.
get your mum.
Told you not to attack that skeleton.
I have a bit of a theory when it comes to like kids playing VR and how popular it is with kids.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And I think that basically like VR is really cool.
Yeah.
It's a really cool like invention of our time, right?
Yeah.
And it's much cooler. I mean, playing video games is cool. Okay, now you could set aside the graphics and the fidelity and all that crap. Forget about all that. Just playing a VR game or socializing in a VR world is just cool,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
think that you can't underestimate the power of like children talking about something they like. It spreads like fire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I just feel like it doesn't matter what Oculus does about any sort of advertisement to any sort of child. The kids play it, they love it, they want their friends to play it, their friends come over their house, they play it, they want it so badly, they beg their parents to get it, and it just spreads like wildfire. And that's it. I mean, I feel like that's the reason why it's popular with kids. And the fact that kids like to socialize, they're just bad at it in real life. It's very difficult for them. They find at an early age that it's really hard to make friends, and they don't know how to do it. But they can sort of do it in a virtual world.
Yeah.
You know, even though, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of bullying that goes on around in a lot of video games, and that's not cool. But there's also a lot of connections happening. You do have kids who have best friends online that they never met before.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. I played with them. Like I played with people that are like these guys are like best friends. So it's like, so you guys go to school together? It's like, no, I don't even know where he lives. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember somebody posted something about Phantasy Star Online and the Dreamcast version.
Oh,
And I just got this overwhelming feeling of nostalgia when I watched this video about the way this guy talked about playing this game. And I commented, I said, you know, I had like the best friend on Phantasy Star Online. We played like every single day, and we had like the best time. And to this day, I still don't know who he is or what his name was, but I remember playing with him, and it was just the most fantastic time, you know. And we just did tons of stuff together in the game, you know. We helped each other out. And yeah, there's probably lots of stuff like that happening right now with like VR and stuff like that. So.
I think that's just like being a guy as well. Like, who are you? Don't know. Play with me.
It doesn't matter what's your armor stats.
Just video game is like, oh yeah, we're just chilling. Who is he? Oh no, he just came in.
Like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, Destiny and Destiny 2 is, you know, kind of the same way. You know, I've got friends that I play with, and I don't know who they are. You know, they could be a serial killer. Right. I don't know, but yeah. I had the same. Well, my Ghost Recon crew, like from the original Xbox, you know, we played like every one up to, I guess when 360. What was it? I don't remember the one right before Wildlands. I always forget the name of it, but it seemed like everybody, you know, our kids were older and we just didn't have time, and you know, it kind of broke up. But yeah, I still don't know like who those people were, you know. But David, your wife may be the same way. Like Jenny and my wife and I will play with people, and in 5 minutes she knows everything about that person. Like, I mean, like where they went to high school, like what their favorite color is. I mean, she gets like in their head, you know. And not that they're not willing to give that information. I'm a dude. I was like, I don't, you know, it's not important.
Yeah.
You know.
No, we don't care, do we?
Yeah. Are you good at sniping? Fuck yeah. New best friend. Get up there and cover me. You know. It just doesn't.
Like there's people on Xbox that I used to play with. And when they're like talking to me online, and I just have to like think to myself for a minute. I'm like, I've been playing with this guy for like 5 years.
Ew. No,
what's his name? I don't know. it's just his gamer tag. I just know the gamer tag. I don't know his name. I don't know where he lives. I don't know anything. But we've just been playing for years.
Well, yeah, that's a good example. I played with. We played with a friend of ours for years in Destiny. It was like 10 years in Destiny. Never thought to ask his real name. And then, of course, my wife's like, by the way, what is your name? What's your name? And he said it. It's like, can we call you that? He's like, sure, I don't care. And to this day, I still call him by his gamer tag most of the time. Yeah. Like, it just, I don't, you know, it's...
And, you know, I was going to say, you know, it's funny because when you're playing with a kid, they don't understand that concept of like not, you know, asking somebody like a personal question, because I'll throw on Apex and every now and then I'll get a child playing with me and they'll get super excited to actually be playing with somebody that's talking to them.
Yeah.
And then like within the first 5 minutes they're like, hey, what's your name? What's your name?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's David. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like
Satan.
Don't go around asking people personal questions. But I understand that they're young. They don't understand, you know, etiquette,
boundaries. Yeah, they don't have those same boundaries. And it's
right.
You said earlier that it might be difficult for them to make friends. Maybe it is now, but you know, when we were kids, it was super easy. You know, you'd walk by and it's like, hey, I got that Hot Wheels. Yeah, you do. You got it with you? Yeah, it's right here. Let's play. new friend,
Yeah.
done. You know, check, and then you're
I think
having a
that's like-
sleepover and eating pizza.
Yeah, I think that's like the change of the times with video games and technology. Because
Yeah.
even when I was young, like video games were coming out, and we had like when I was younger, I was on like the N64 and the Sega Genesis. But like kids like still went out. We still went out and did things.
Yeah.
Now kids are attached to their tablets and VR systems.
Yeah.
And they don't really
Yeah.
go out that much anymore. I know last couple of years didn't help because we were
Yeah.
literally stuck inside for ages.
Yeah.
Well,
But
do you think that?
I think that's conditioned people now to
Do
stay
you think
inside.
that's what's making it harder for them to make friends? Is that when they see another like flesh and bone person in front of them, it's kind of awkward. When in VR, you know that person's, when you see somebody in a game, automatically that you have a like interest. You have a shared interest.
That's why we connect so much playing games, because I log into a game and there's someone else playing the game, so I know they like it.
Right.
It's just automatic.
Yeah.
If I see people in like just out about, I can't just be like, "Hey, do you play Xbox?"
It is so difficult. Like someone my age, and if you're on the audio version, I'm like 35. But and being a guy, David probably knows what I'm talking about. Because he's older. Liam, you're still in Cub Scouts.
You're a baby.
Yeah. But like making friends is very difficult because it does. Especially for like us, I'm sure if you meet somebody, it's not going to be like, so do you play video games? That's not like the first thing you're going to come out with and ask them.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
But it's always funny to me that when you know somebody like at work or something, and you've worked with them for years and stuff, and then they go. You say something about something, they go, are you a gamer? And I'm like, yeah. And like, really? They always say that. They never say anything like, oh, I'm sorry, or what a loser. They always seem like interested in it. Like, oh, well, what do you play on? And I'm like, I'm on PC, of course. And I'm like, do you? I'm like, no. And I want it just, it's like, are we the cool ones? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it used to be the guys smoking cigarettes and playing golf and like, slapping the waitress on the ass. It's like, oh my God, that guy's so cool. But now it's like, you find out somebody in the office is been playing WoW for 20 years and they're like, whoa, that dude's been playing WoW for like 20 years. I don't know. Maybe like, our perception of ourselves are skewed.
Yeah. It's funny actually, because I also like met a friend just like in a similar way. Like we were just out in groups in real life, not gaming or at all.
Yeah.
And I knew him for like a while. We just like met up a few times, and he seemed really nice, and we're getting on. Turns out he's a developer.
No shit.
And he does like community things, and
that's
like,
so
He
cool.
makes programs, and he does so
and you
much
said,
stuff.
I'm a gamer,
like,
and he never called you again.
And it's like, yeah, because we just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, in casual conversation a lot. When it.
Oh, man, that's cool. That's even better. It's like, do you like video games? Yes, I make them. What? Dang. Score.
Yeah, I was gonna say before that, like, I do in a way sort of blame a lot of the parents of the kids that are gamers, because it's one thing for you to like teach your kid how to game or something like that, or give them a console and just let them play the games, but you're not really teaching them anything about socialization. I have family members who have kids that play games, and a lot of times they put on all these restrictions on the kid. You can't do this, you can't do that, you're not allowed to do this. And then a lot of times I would go, well, why can't they do that? and always their answer is, there's bad people on here, and I need to protect them. And I'm like, you're not really teaching them anything. You're just telling them there's something that's bad, but you're not teaching them what's bad, what to look for, how to smell out somebody who might be bad, somebody who's asking you inappropriate questioning, what you should do if anybody's ever asked you that. Just leave the chat. You can always leave. You don't
teach
have
them
stay.
how to navigate that and deal with those things, not just
Right.
avoid them altogether. That's why these young people get out in the world and they're like, when they get a job, they're like, "Hey, you did that wrong." They can't deal with anything because they're not taught to. They're not given anything to deal with when they're younger.
And there is a
Plop them in front of Call of Duty for 20 minutes.
there is like that generation of parents that will just use technology as the parent, as a crutch.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So like I don't like seeing kids 6 years old knowing how to use their mum's phone and tablet better than the parents do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like don't give them a tablet at like basically when they come out the womb. Let them be a kid.
My kids didn't get a tablet or a phone until they were teenagers. But my mom would let my daughter get on her iPad when she was over there when she was like 6, and I kept telling her like, "No, I don't want her doing that." And my mom basically said, "F you, I'm doing what I want." That's my granddaughter. But so she bought $450 worth of apps on her credit card. And when she told me that, I'm like, so what are we going to do now? So, yeah, no more iPad. But yeah, it's a fine line. I wanted my kids to be comfortable with technology, and I wanted them to know technology. I wanted them to know how to use a computer and a Mac, and not just like get into school or get a job and go, oh, there's one of these computer things. What do I do? I wanted them to know that stuff, but I also it wasn't something for them. It wasn't a hobby for them. I didn't give them those things for it to be their hobby. I let them play on their DS or something as a reward. It's like before you go to bed, if you get this done, get your homework done, all this stuff, you can play DS for this amount of time or whatever, and they would do it. But yeah, I think a lot of people are just like, here's my phone, let me finish my wine, and and these kids don't know how to navigate when they're dealing with other people. And it may be the reason that like in VR, why these kids come up and it's like asking like 30 questions. And David, you probably nailed it. They're probably just so excited to be doing what they like to do, and they're so into it that they just explode verbally, with just everything. What dungeon are we doing? How much is this? What are you spending your gold on? What does that potion do? Do you know what that does? And how do you get that sword? I need to get level up. Can you help me get to level 48? Can you? It's like, and I'm not exaggerating. That was the usual conversation. Like, which question do you want answered first? So, yeah.
Are we playing this game or are we playing?
Yeah, no. Let's
you just axe to the head. Axe to the head, right? When they start talking.
It's like
I think VR is also sort of unlocked a new way to communicate as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
sure.
While you have video games, and that's fine, having VR, I've noticed, it just, because it feels new. Well, I don't know. It just seems more. I'm in this world and people are here, rather than I don't know, because it's like an immersive. I'm trying to explain it. It doesn't feel like you're just a character in the game.
No, you are in the game. Like when you turn to your like if somebody says something to the left and you actually turn to your left and go, oh hey, it's like one step away from being real. When you're playing a video game, you're in the video game, and you're zoned in and you're controlling your avatar or whatever. But when you're playing VR, you are that person. So your movements and your reactions are by you. And thus, much like you would be in a real world, I don't ever want VR to get to where it's real. But
Ready Player One.
But I know that I can guarantee you that somebody right now is working on, that VR girlfriend or whatever that that's just gonna, you just plug this thing into your brain and you just never have to leave the house, which is not good. That's not a good thing.
That's not healthy.
No, not at all. So yeah, it's, I guess we'll find out in like 20 years if VR has helped people socially or just damaged them beyond any kind of help of any kind. I don't know.
Your child hasn't left their room in like 10 years. Is he dead? It's just on his VR headset.
Yeah. Like you take it off and they're like, their eyes are like this big, like, because they've sort of like the size of the lenses.
Size of the lens.
Right. Their hair is falling out from lack of, like sunshine and like Gollum. It's like
they're like Gollum.
Yeah. Their fingers are longer because they're constantly moving around in VR and stuff. That's funny. It's like, oh my God, what did this do to you? So at least it's better than heroin. Anyway, so let's get into some news articles. I mean, do we want to? They're not good. I mean, I'm just tired
we haven't had
talking about just greedy shit when it comes to gaming.
Yes.
It just hasn't been much happening, and the stuff that has happened isn't good.
Yeah, well, I mean, we need to talk about this because this is something that I know David's really upset about this. And it is, it's one of those sideline things. It's like we just have to watch from the sideline and see what happens. But yeah, and Video Games Chronicle (VGC) has kind of broken what's going on with it. But Subnautica 2, former devs are suing Krafton, and what has happened basically is they had and let me get this number right. David, you might already know about this. If you do, just butt in and let me know. But
$250,000.
There it is.
$250 million bonus.
Yeah, for a payout that was going to be million payout that was going to be allocated to 3 executives, and the 3 executives were going to divvy that up between all employees. Or so they say. So Krafton, who owns the studio and is their publisher, is that right? I think they own them, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Krafton was owned by Tencent. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, that doesn't mention it here, but you could be right. Is that when Tencent bought like a bunch of people?
Krafton, formerly known as Bluehole, is primarily owned by its founder Chang Buang and Tencent Holdings. In 2018, Tencent invested a significant amount of money, giving them a substantial stake in the company.
Okay.
According to Forbes.
So they don't own them flat out, but they own the majority of shares. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they tell them what to do. So anyway, Krafton fires these 3 guys, and then delays the game into 2026, even though the devs said everything's going fine. We're slated for later this year, and what the hell? And they said that they fired them because they were not doing their job and they were not meeting goals. Everybody's calling these guys out for just firing them so they don't have to give them a $250 million payout. Naturally, they're suing the shit out of them. They lawyered up, and there was a quote here from one of the guys. This is what Krafton says. Krafton believes that the absence of core leadership has resulted in repeated confusion in direction and significant delays in the overall project schedule. The current early access version also falls short of terms of content volume. We are deeply disappointed by the former leadership content, and above all, we feel a profound sense of betrayal by their failure to honor the trust placed. God dang, trusted and by our fans. Yeah, the trusted play. Honor the trusted play. Trust. I'm sorry, I'm reading this wrong. Trust placed in them by our fans. Can't read. I'm illiterate. So yeah, not only do they fire them, they kind of shove it out there like, these guys are terrible.
And then they're like really threw him under the bus. Like,
Yeah. In possible reality, it could be that Crafton had done that, put new leadership in place, so they would not have to pay them a multi-million-dollar buyout or payout. Sorry. So, yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I don't see that any other way. What do you think?
Yeah, that's plain as it looks.
Let's see.
I mean, I read this and I'm just like, what the hell, man? Like, this
Just
is like one of my
greed.
most anticipated. Yeah, this is like one of my most anticipated games,
They don't
and to
care.
hear it got delayed out of greed is just ridiculous, you know. And anything that Crafton's gonna say about this mumbo jumbo of they didn't deliver on their promise and blah blah blah. That's what the courts are for. You know what I mean? If you feel like they didn't deliver, and you don't feel like you should pay that $250, take them to court. You know, but like, you don't just go and fire them. You know what I mean? Like that's not. That's not
this man, Cleveland, one of the creative directors that got fired, he says, in quote unquote, suing a multi-billion-dollar company in a painful, public, and possibly protracted way was certainly not on my bucket list. But this needs to be made right. Subnautica has been my life's work, and I would never willingly abandon it or the amazing team that has poured their hearts into it. And just that right there, I mean, this guy could be full of shit. He could be lying. He could just be like, maybe he didn't do a damn thing and they're right for firing him, or he's right and it's obvious that, they're just firing these people so they don't have to pay them out. So yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on this.
I mean,
and
this
is not
worries
coming out
me.
this year.
No, it's not. And it worries me about the state of where Subnautica is going to be headed, because Subnautica 1 was incredible. It's an amazing game. And it's a single player game. It's not a multiplayer. It's not a live service game. It's just an amazing game. And for part 2, I want the people that worked on part 1 to be working on part 2, because I just want part 1 but better. That's all. Technically, I just want this almost the same game as part 1, just co-op. Just make it co-op. Just make it so that I can play with a friend. I don't want to have to build a base up by myself, but I just want it co-op. And it totally looks like they're doing that. I see video and it looks like they have co-op. And everything looks amazing. It's very much like Minecraft. Minecraft was built by Nox, and it went a certain way according to him. And it became popular because of him. Now, say what you want about him and his personality and where he went, but the game is not the same game anymore as when it first started, and that's because other people got their hands on it. Now, is Minecraft good now? Yeah, sure. There's really good things about it, but it changed. You know what I mean? And it could change for the worse. Subnautica could go off on the deep end, not to be a pun, but it can go, it can go off the rails, and a game that I really really love could just go to shit, all because somebody just is so fucking greedy. It just pisses me off to no fucking end. It's like, we can't have nice things. We just can't have nice things. We can't.
Greed can just sink the company, can't it?
Well, it's. I may have said this before, but and this is obviously why I'm not a successful person, right? But it just seems to me, it's like, if you have a company and I'll use Microsoft as an example. If you had revenue of like $2.8 billion, and your operating cost is like, 500 million. Okay. You're making a buttload of money. If you can do that every year, you're making a buttload of money. Why do you have to make more money every single year? And why do you have to take your cost, your operating cost, and minimize that and try to maximize your profits. Like, where does it end? Where does it fucking end? How much money do you fucking need? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like that $250 million. If they had just went the course and put it in the team, this is the second most wish listed game on Steam. I mean, that is huge. That is large. So
and now, like,
I just
problem
don't.
is
I don't
now
get it.
if
I don't get it.
will the same people buy the game when it comes out? Because
Oh yeah, this is going to be
we'll be
another
like,
issue too, because now you're going to have boycotts.
we want to buy the game, but we don't want to support the publisher.
Right. You don't want to support Krafton, obviously,
because they're being dicks. So
maybe.
What do you do?
It's still, we don't know, but that's what it looks like. That's what it absolutely looks like.
That's what people will be thinking, though. Like,
yeah.
So,
well,
I know, like the end goal of business is basically just to make as much money as you can. There is no end. It doesn't matter how much they have; it's never enough.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean that's the epitome of corporate greed. It's like you make enough money, man. Just run with it. Just keep making money. Like, that used to be the goal. Like, companies used to be like, oh, well, our profits are this and this and this. And at some point, somewhere, when they started making CEOs and having one person run the company, then it was like everybody was like, okay, well, that's good. We're making lots of money. Let's make more. Well, how? I don't care, but your job's on it. If you like your job, you need to figure out how to make more money. Oh, well, here's how to make more money. Get rid of people. Or, make a cheaper product, or make the same product, charge more, or all of that, So some people get it and some people don't. What this usually ends up, though, if they're in the right, if these guys are like passionate about the game and they were working on it, and nothing that these people said were true, they may win. If they can prove that, they may win in court. Regardless, they're not probably going to work there again. You can't really sue a company and then go work for them again. But what's going to happen? These guys are going to go off and they're going to start their own studio, and they're going to make a game that's probably just as good as Subnautica. And while we watch Subnautica 2's numbers dwindle and people boycott them, and then this time, 2 years from now, we're going to be talking about Subnautica 2 failed and the company's, that studio's closed. What did that accomplish?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. They don't see the forest for the trees. There's never been a better analogy than that for these, dumbasses. But I said earlier, this may be our new Destiny. Or a new Bungie. We'll keep
a new Bungie
on it, and see where we're going. But there's a new rumor that they're remaking multiple Assassin's Creed games. So Yves Guillemot has confirmed that there are multiple Assassin's Creed remakes in the works. Thoughts?
Yay!
I mean, what's left to remake though? Like, they did remasters of a lot of games already. I guess you can remake the first one.
They already did.
Black Flag. No, the first one actually hasn't got a remake, surprisingly, or remaster.
No, they got they got a remaster. The first one, dude.
No, it didn't.
Let me see. Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed remaster. Well, what was it called? Maybe it just got a.
They had the Ezio collection, which was a remaster of 2.
That's what I'm
Brotherhood
thinking
of Liberation. I don't think 1 ever did though.
Maybe I'm thinking of like just 60 FPS boost or something.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Microsoft did do that on the Xbox. Like, all the Assassin's Creed are 60 FPS, which is great.
Maybe
Black
that's what
Flag
I'm
is. Black Flag is getting a remake. That's been like pretty much known about.
Well, it was still rumor. I mean, we don't know if that's one of them.
I mean,
Okay.
that was their peak of Assassin's Creed, I think, was Black Flag. So,
Not an Assassin's Creed game. Just saying.
yeah, I know. Like, yeah, their peak was not an Assassin's Creed game, but that was just
What
like
does that
a lot
tell
of
you?
hype behind it.
Right? Yeah.
And the rest, I think, got remasters anyway. Like, 3 got a remaster, Rogue got a remaster, the Edzo Collection got a remaster, although that doesn't look, great.
The VR version has not gotten a remake though.
Assassin's Creed remade in VR again.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good VR game. I have to admit, they did something.
I'll have to actually like play some of the VR games, like
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed and Batman and all the others. Yeah, I think like 1 is probably just like
Oh.
1. I don't know.
I'm thinking of Assassin's Creed Rogue. That got
Yeah.
a remake. Okay, that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
really
yeah,
surprising.
Yeah, Rogue did, 3 did, and
Yeah.
so,
Assassin's Creed Director's Cut. I don't know why they say that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little tired of games being movies. So
Yeah.
Although it wouldn't be a bad idea to remake some of the older games if they kept to what they were. So don't add a ton of monetization in the damn game, which I probably will.
yeah, Ubisoft is they're going to make the wrong one that nobody wanted.
Yep.
Just because it's not going to be Black Flag, even though again it's like everybody's screaming, has been yelling at them for years to please remake this or re-release it or update it or something. It'll be like what was the London one that nobody liked?
Syndicate.
Syndicate. Yeah, they'll remake that one or something oddball. Jeez. Or one it'll be Shadows remastered for PS5. No, I don't know.
I wonder if like Unity could actually get like a remaster properly.
Oh, that would be good. I actually like Unity.
That never actually got to like their full potential on that game. Because
No.
that was busted.
No, David, are you an Assassin's Creed fan at all, or
I there was a couple that I liked.
what would be your pick for a remake?
I never played the Black Flag one, but I do have a friend who is like obsessed with the Assassin's Creed stuff, and he loves Black Flag. He says that's one of his favorite ones.
Yeah.
I did play what's the one that's multiplayer PvP? Syndicate, I think it was.
There were a few of them.
A couple of them had
Yeah.
different modes.
Yeah, a few. I think
Yeah.
3 did at some point as well.
There was one where
multiplayer.
there was a target and you and other people had to get to the target first and you competed with each other.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one that was. But yeah, and they're still working on the big one.
3 was the one that I sort of started getting into Assassin's Creed from there.
Yeah.
Where you played as a Native American guy.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
one because I like
Oh,
that
no.
time period. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I still think
Yeah,
they
that-
should
that-
make
that
a
was one of
battle
my-
royale.
Yeah.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, I get it. You're dropped in. You got every weapon from every game scattered all over the map, and you can have any character from any time that you play, and you just you throw hatchets and muskets and swords and arrows and
I still think
sounds like an idea 10 years too late, to be honest.
yeah, that's about when I
I
had
still
it.
think there was a video of some guy who modded Assassin's Creed, and it was set in Nazi Germany, and it had guns, and he was like shooting planes down. I thought that was great. I watched that, and I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
man.
see any reason why they don't make this game right now. Like,
That's kind of like it's kind of like a sniper game, like Sniper Elite, where you're like sneaking around and
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
wouldn't be. You're not a Nazi, like
no.
moving through the ranks, taking people out. That would be really cool. But I can kind of see why they don't do that because they wouldn't be able to fully sell that in certain countries.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that would be a good idea. Something a little bit more modern. I don't want like a modern day one. I don't like all the modern day crap in it anyway. I think it belittles the experience and takes away a lot.
All
from
the
the
like
game.
Abstergo stuff that I
just
couldn't care less
drop
about.
it, man. Just forget it.
Yeah.
It's not needed, and nobody gives a shit. That'll probably be the next game. It's just that. It's just the Abstergo. You work in an office and you like
Assassin's
you
Creed
go through
Abstergo.
emails. Yeah, it's the biggest world yet. 6 buildings, 5 email accounts. So I'm hoping that if they're going to remake any of them, I would like a Unity. I don't think that got enough credit. I don't think that got enough love because it came out so broken.
Yeah,
That
was a
I
hard
think a
one to
lot of
patch
people
up
were
again.
turned off. But man, I got it late after they patched it, and I think that's the only.
That's the one that I played that it had PvP.
Yeah.
Unity.
I think that's one of the only ones that I completed, like 100%ed.
Okay.
Because it was just I like the character, I like the story, I like the time. Running around France and crawling all over the Notre Dame. And I mean, it was great. I really enjoyed it. And then when they went from that to, what was the next one? Origins, I think, or a large open world.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed, but
What about the Viking one? Have you guys ever tried that one?
yeah,
I haven't played like the latest ones, like
Valhalla.
Valhalla, and
I put 120 something hours into Valhalla, and at the end, it doesn't end. Later, they had DLC that you had to purchase to continue the story.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, so I'm like, I got to the end, I'm like you start at the beginning, you know where you end up. Like they tell you, you know, it's like, hey, we found remains. Like, okay, that's where I'm going to be buried. 120 hours into the game, finished everything in the game. And it's like, oh, you're done. Just, I don't know, man. Hang out, go drink some mead until DLC's ready. Like, you got to be kidding me. So I didn't play the DLC. I didn't do anything else. I liked that game, but man, I got to 80 hours and I'm just like, it was like a marathon, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to finish this. I don't want to. This story's going into the toilet. I don't care. I have to finish this to move on. I have to finish it. And then I did finish that game, but it just didn't finish the story. I liked a lot of it, but there's a lot of it that was just like, and this goes back to like a live service game. It's not really a live service game and doesn't respect your time at all. So you get to a certain point in the game where you're about a level 10, level 11, and you go to these cities and you do all these missions, and then you kind of like clear the area doing all these missions. So you get done with your mission in the second area, I think it was second or third area, and then the next area you can't even go in because it's level 16 to 25. Now they know that you're not going to be level 16 at that point. So when you go into the area, it goes, hey, whoa, you get one killed here. You're not strong enough. But if you want to go to the store for $10, you can level up to level 25. In case you don't have time to grind for it.
That's what I don't like about Assassin's Creed. They're trying to make it as own.
It is so predatory. I mean, it's designed, So it makes you think like, did they make this? Did they invent this process and then build a game around it, or did they make the game and then put it in the game? It looks to me more like maybe in the middle, like they designed it to be so grindy that since you have a job and a wife and kids and whatever, you're going to want to pay $10 just to level up. I did not. I grinded, but you know what I'm saying? It's Ubisoft. I wish I could buy some of their stock. It's like $2 right now. I know it's going to go up. It's got to go up, but apparently I can't buy it because it's not. They don't have a U.S. NSDN or whatever it's called.
Oh, I wonder if I could buy some.
You can. It's euro. You got any euros? You can buy it. Shit, you just get like four shares. You get 4 shares, you probably start making decisions about DLC. Call them up. Hey, wait. What are you doing with that? So.
Hey, I'm a big investment here. I think you should do this.
Yeah, I've got a lot of money into this. You need to give me 10 extra levels on this game so I can complete it. Jeez. Oh, that sucks. But anyway, yeah, we don't really have anything good. Before the show, we were just talking about how much we don't like to talk about all the bad stuff in gaming, but it's really hard to find. I mean, there's good stuff. The games are good. There's good games out there. There's a lot of stuff that, we're playing. I played Anthem the other day, and it was just as bad as I remember it. And so there's good stuff to be had. Peak is $8. Have fun with your friends. The industry itself is changing, and I just kind of hope that all of this damage, everybody comes out of it a little bit better and a little bit smarter and maybe a little less greedy. But
yeah, well, until it starts
hope.
again, because that's just like the wheel that we go through. But
yeah, all of these people will retire, and then new people will be like,
it does
make more money.
It does need like a big change right now, and we're going through that changing process.
Yeah.
So there'll be a lot of bad, but there'll be a lot of good games. And,
yeah.
You have to take both.
I think it will. For me, it's going to decide on the next Battlefield game. So if the next Battlefield game is like amazing and respects your time, respects your money, all of that stuff, and it's really good, then I'm going to feel like that's a turning point, and everybody's going to look at that and start getting better. If it is predatory, store-driven piece of garbage like the last one, then it's all indies.
I am worried about the next Battlefield because, one is EA.
Well, yeah, who's not worried about the next Battlefield?
I'm worried about EA's targets, because they came out and said they want the next Battlefield to have 100 million users.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's kind of unrealistic.
You can't set a target like that.
No, that's
you
ridiculous.
can't. You can't say, "Oh, it has to be this."
Hey, I want a big ton of cash. It's
So,
what
like,
they say.
If
wish in one hand.
they're saying that, and they get, say, I don't know, 5 million people at launch.
Yeah, they're gonna lay everybody off.
That to them is a failure. Even if they have millions, they don't have super millions. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So
how many people played, I don't know, Battlefield 5 when it came out? 100 million, really? That seems a little high. Like, seriously high.
I don't know, like, peak Battlefield numbers.
I know it can't be 100 million. Like, what game has 100 million players in it anyway?
Fortnite. Well, when they're at the top anyway. That's a problem. That's why live services.
It's Fortnite. You can't use that as a metric for anything anymore.
But that's the problem in the industry, because it is used as a metric. That's why these live services keep going, because everyone wants to be Fortnite, the next Call of Duty, the next something.
That's fine. Then let it fail, and then they'll close the studio, and they'll not make another Battlefield, and maybe we'll all be better for it. So there's your positive outlook for the show.
Positive takeaway. Everything
dies. So I mean, it does every day anyway. Xbox is dead. Sony's dead. Steam's dead. Yeah. Nintendo's dead. Steam Deck is dead. Everything's dead. Physical games are dead. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, let's hope that something happens this week that's positive and great. We can all talk about it and laugh and cheer and.
Yeah. The only other thing that I saw was Gamescom is basically coming soon, August 17th, I think it is. It's a month away, which Black Ops 7 will be there as a big reveal. Like, woo.
Whoop-de. Yeah, who would have thought?
Whoop-de-doo.
I'm going to start a rumor that Arc Raiders is getting shadow dropped at Gamescom, and we'll see what happens.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. All I got to do is go to Reddit and just have a industry leader says Arc Raiders is set to release on August 16th, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, all right. Well, we're out of here this week. We'll talk about stuff next week, and then we'll get ready for Gamescom in about a month, and that'll be fun. So they'll announce.
Also, check us out on Twitch.
Yes.
Maybe streaming this week.
Yep. Tomorrow night, we're playing Dune Awakening. Probably me very poorly. David not so much. So check us out there.
You'll be in good hands.
Yeah. and catch us here. Audio on everything, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe. You know how it works. It's free. It won't kill you. All right. Bye.